Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining for our webinar, Digital Transformation Between the Journey and Destination. I am Seema Singh, and I will be your host for the day. Our speaker for the session is Mr. Mahmoud Aboelhassan, Head of Digital Transformation Consultancy and Training. Please note, the session will be in listen-only mode and will last for 40 minutes, out of which the last 10 minutes will be dedicated to the Q&A session. So requesting all the participants to please post your questions in the question chat box. Should you need any assistance during the session, please use the chat box. The certification criteria for attendance certification, also we do have two criteria. First thing is the participant need to attend the complete webinar. Second, you need to fill in the survey and the right answer to the 3 questions based on the webinar, which will be sent to you one day post the webinar. About our speaker for today, Mr. Mahmoud is an expert in the IT field with 20+ years of experience focusing on digital transformation, information security, IT projects, and operations management. He has held several positions over the course of his career, including applications and e-commerce manager, data center operations, senior manager, head of PMO in Raya, and senior manager in e-finance. Mahmoud was one of the main players in the successful transformation of RiaShop.com and was actively involved in launching Raya Nigeria and Raya Algeria. Mahmoud holds a B.Sc from Cairo University, an M.Sc from Middlesex UK in computer science, and a data center expert certification from Capitoline, in addition to completing the Advancement Management Program from RITTI. So I would like to now hand over the session to Mr. Mahmoud. On to you, Mahmoud.
How are you? Good afternoon, everyone. Hope this is very good day for you. Today is very shiny here in Cairo, and it is very cold as well. We will start today to present digital transformation between the journey and destination. I choose that title because most of business leaders think that it is a destination to transform this business digitally. However, we are presenting now what is the destination, what is the difference between to have a digital transformation as a journey or as a destination. In this presentation, we will give you a brief and an introduction about the digital transformation. We will see how COVID-19 affected and impacted the acceleration of the pace of digital transformation. We will also introduce the enterprise information security architecture and see how enterprise architecture will answer the common business questions and how to how to post the organization digital immunity. We will also brief you with a number of recommendations. Then we will close our presentation by the conclusion of this presentation. Our learning objective during this webinar, number one, is to touch what has happened to the business across all over the world because of COVID-19, what is the economic impact, and how it makes this to use digital solutions widely across all organizations. We will also know how organizations can start their journey of digital transformation and how to plan for it. We will determine the impact of going digital from the point of security. We will identify the importance of enterprise architecture in our digital age. We will also identify how to achieve the goals of our business using enterprise architecture. What is the value of cybersecurity architectures for our organizations? How to post the immunity, digital immunity of our organizations against cyber crimes and cyber criminals. During our introduction, we need to know what is our biggest challenge in our organizations towards starting the initiative of digital transformation. Of course, challenges are many, but we have, I summarized certain challenges here where most of us are facing inside organizations trying to transform their business to be a digital business model. The first challenge here, we are facing the technological challenges. All of organizations now own legacy technologies that help them to automate a number of their business processes. However, to replace this legacy technology and get a new technologies based on artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and so on, these technology are expensive and costly. You need to calculate the ROI behind acquiring such technologies. Also, we need to start from top management. Top management must be aware and know why they have to transform their traditional business model to be a digital business model. So the buy-in decision is a very critical milestone. You have to own it before starting the digital transformation initiative. Of course, more dependency on digital solutions mean more security concerns. Cybersecurity experts are worrying about transforming all business from traditional to be a digital business, because you are exposing your organizational data to cyber criminals. You need to share much more with your suppliers and partners, which is very risky and make your data exposed to cyber criminals. The existing culture inside our organizations, it is very, very important to own a digital culture inside your organization. You need to transform your current culture to be a digital culture. This will be done through digital leaders can influence the internal culture of your organization. The last challenge, which is very related to people, is job security concerns. All of people or all of employees now doing routine and traditional work, they are worrying about their jobs. They will lose their jobs if they are replaced by robots or any other software based on artificial intelligence or machine learning. How we will secure these employees, how we will benefit from their values. They know our business well. We need to hire them in the digital transformation journey and get them motivated to accelerate the pace of change. Digital transformation destinations here, we are in a very urgent need to do the right things for our customers. We are not only need to meet their expectations, but we need also to expect their expectations using the new technologies based on artificial intelligence, such as big data analytics tools. We need to deliver a value and differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We need to be agile and innovative inside our business. We need to inject the digital culture and orchestrate the continuous change. Every day, our business may be disrupted due to the exponential growth of the technology. Exponential growth of the technology is threatening our business and the way that we are doing business. We need to be sustainable inside our markets. So we need to orchestrate the continuous change and lowering the resistance level between our employees and business leaders. We have many digital transformation questions we need to start inside our organizations, such as from where we should start our digital transformation initiatives. What are our main barriers inside the organizations? What is the specific culture we need? As we said before, we need digital culture. Why we need enterprise architecture when we are starting our digital transformation initiative. Antonio Guterres already given a statement about COVID-19 that we are not suffering only from COVID-19 impact, but we are only suffering from the infodemic of misinformation because of the use or of the expandable use of big data analytics that is based on digital or artificial intelligence. We are using the huge amount of data generated due to the use of digital solutions. But if we put our assumptions right, we will get the correct information. But if we didn't, we will have an infodemic such as we are suffering now during the COVID-19 crisis. COVID-19 pushed the organizations to accelerate their digital transformation journey. However, cyber criminals get use from this opportunity to raise the risk and put organizations under pressure because they are disrupting their daily operations, such as hospitals trying to save lives. However, cyber criminals are using the huge use of digital solutions in the COVID-19 age to attack their victims and get use from their data. Cyber security has become very critical now because we need to protect our data, and acceleration of digital transformation is very risky because it is maximizing the infodemic issue. The famous question spreaded in the start of COVID-19, especially in the first quarter of 2020 on LinkedIn, which is who is leading digital transformation inside your company. The answer A was CEO, CIO, CTO, and the last answer was COVID-19. Of course, most of people choosing COVID-19 because it put more pressure on the organizations struggling to start their digital transformation initiatives. The digitalization impacted organizations because it is producing huge amount of data, which is key driver to rise the cybersecurity challenges and increasing the risks of the enterprises. And also the positive side here, it is increasing the value of data assets. So digital transformation is positively impacting organizations by raising the value of their data assets, but it is also has its risk. Cybersecurity need to be architected to get use from this valuable data and minimize the risk, and to deal collaboratively with business partners, customers, advisors, and so on. Enterprise architecture will put a value for organizations. It will align IT and cybersecurity strategies with business strategies. Will make all organizations to use big data analytics safely to increase their ability to serve high value clients and make cross-selling offers. Of course, that will only happen if they analyze their information and purchase histories, which is highly needed to enrich the customer experience. The architecture will support more multinational secure integration because architecture is promoting the integration between business silos. Moreover, the extension of cybersecurity perimeters because of the integration with partners and so on. Or if you need or your organization need to outsource some processes to other partners, such as if you need to outsource your SOC operations to an organization or to a company or to a partner, is very good in doing such activities. So you need to guarantee the security of your business. You need to achieve more business agility, but you need to achieve more security. We have set of questions here. What is digital transformation? Many people asked me before, what is the difference between digitalization, and digital transformation? Is there any difference here? Yes, we have a difference. Digitization is about digitizing the data. If you have handwritten documents, you are writing your diaries and your reports using paper and pencils and so on. You need to digitize this. If you converted them to a Word document, this is a digitization. A digitalization, if you need to automate your daily process, such as hiring in HR department, accounting and finance department, releasing a PO to your supplier and purchasing department, then using an application such as ERP will digitalize the process. However, digital transformation is about business, how you are doing business. Your business is traditional business model, and you need to transform it to be a digital business model, such as taxi services. We saw together how it has been transformed from doing taxi services in a very traditional mode to Uber model. Why we think that the digital transformation is very important? It is because it is guaranteeing now the sustainability of business inside their markets, the ability to compete with their competitors, to avoid any disruption or interruption for daily business operations. Now we are in COVID-19 crisis. We do not do our business today as before COVID-19. We do everything now digitally. We are meeting online. We are seeing each other and seeing our beloved ones online. What are the most important elements of digital transformation? Of course, people. People are very, very important for digital transformation. Then processes, then technologies. They are three important pillars for digital transformation. Is digital transformation equally important for all types of business? Of course. Your business model has to be transformed, and it has to be digital. Think about your digital services and the products you need to introduce to your customers. Think about your current state and the current services you are introducing your customers, and how you will engage your customers digitally. COVID-19 accelerated digital transformation because we are all prohibited to go to streets and do our traditions on shopping and other activities as we used to do. We see now teachers, bankers, engineers, all employees now are doing their business online, and even we are contacting to our friends online. We cannot meet our friends as we do before. Most of organizations now are understanding the importance of digital transformation. If we back to 2018, most of the organizations put their digital transformation plan, but they don't accelerating it. They don't push it. Now we have no time to relax or to do our traditional business by the same processes. We need to accelerate the transformation. We don't have that luxury of time to transform our business. Digital transformation is an endless journey. It is not a project. It will help to integrate business silos and create seamless internal and external experience with our employees and with our customers. It has digital transformation has a role for everyone. Everyone will have has a role inside the digital transformation journey. There is no job security if we think about the value of people. They know our business well, and they will be able to transform it with the business leaders. Before COVID-19, 70% of companies already started their digital transformation journey. They spent too much. They spent about $1.3 trillion in 2018, according to Harvard Business Review. However, they lost or wasted $900 billion because they didn't apply or they didn't start their digital transformation initiatives correctly. If they want to start it correctly, they need to adapt an enterprise architecture framework to achieve their goals behind digital transformation. We already under the restriction of COVID-19, and for that we transformed our events to be online events. Of course, we need to meet each other, to interact with each other in person. However, today we have a challenge to do the conferences and events as usual. The important question now to all companies: are you going to continue events online, or you will be returned to in-person events? For me, I wish to be returned to the in-person events. Both of them have their benefits and have their values, but we need to meet together and interact and build our network together in person. Wish that day will become soon for us. COVID-19, of course, increased the dependency on cloud services. It enabled organizations to share their documents safely and make the required modification, or even doing the online streaming during their online meetings. Enterprise information security architecture is very important. It is a subset of enterprise architecture. Enterprise architecture started 1960s by Dewey Walker and his student John Zachman. John Zachman already published his Zachman framework in 1987 in IP Systems Journal. They already started the enterprise architecture in a journal said various architectural manuscripts on business systems planning. McKinsey already did a survey in 2018 and found that 40% of business leaders who responded to their survey don't know or not aware by the enterprise architecture value. Enterprise architecture value, as we said, is a subset of the enterprise architecture, and it is now a common practice between financial institutions. The enterprise information security architecture will be able to describe the current and the future structure and behavior of the organization security processes, and it will help too much to align the cybersecurity goals with the business goals. The objectives of enterprise information security architecture to create solid security structure, and as I said, to align with business strategy, then follow the approach of business strategy first. Most of organizations now, they are proposing to purchase new technology and software licenses and so on without aligning with business strategy. So enterprise architecture will help them to align with business strategy first to maximize the ROI of procuring or acquiring new technologies. It will create common language between information security and other parties inside the organization. It will involve a framework to describe a series of baseline, transitional, and target states. You will need to know and build the current or baseline architecture and see what is the automation level inside your organization, how you achieve your business goals using the current structure, what is aligned and what is linked to business objectives. You need to build your desired or target architecture, and in between of the baseline and target, you need to build the transitional. As an output from these architectures, you will build a program for transformation inside your organization. The enterprise architecture output will be a set of artifacts. It will be a graphical artifacts, such as we have here from this catalog. These catalogs are driven from Open Group according to GAF, our enterprise architecture framework. We have many business catalogs or data catalogs we need to deliver during the enterprise architecture journey. We have 4 domains inside the enterprise architecture, which is business, data, application, and technology architecture. We have many diagrams to deliver during our enterprise architecture journey. We have preliminary catalogs we need to start with our enterprise architecture journey. Enterprise architecture and the information security will guide us to know where to invest resources, what is business goals we need to align with, and the business processes, besides the policies and procedures that will support the core missions and business functions. The journey of architecture starts from the vision, mission, and strategy, and it will be cascaded down to the core competencies and business processes. It will focus also on the relationship between business and the customers, suppliers, and other entities. The methodology of enterprise architecture for information security will include collecting plenty of information, such as organization chart, activities, processes, suppliers, their activities, what they are supplying us. Are they supplying us hardware, software, licenses, services? What is the current inventory of our organizations of hardware, software, and licenses? All of these components must be linked to the organization strategy, goals, and operations. During the architecture journey, we need to build our baseline architecture and see what is the target or desired state we need to reach. Before doing all of these, we need to secure the buy-in of top management. The comprehensive inventory of business security strategy, processes, organizational structure, security inventories, system and interface diagrams, all of network topologies, and what is the relationships between all of these items is very important for us. We need to continually move from baseline state to future state to close the gap between the current state and the future desired state that our organizations need to reach. We need also to determine the some necessary items, such as what is the necessary upgrades and replacements will be needed to plan inside the organization, what is the age and the performance of the current technologies. We need to determine the capacity issues. We need to know what is the current regulation requirements. The business benefits, of course, behind the enterprise architecture or the information security enterprise architecture is to maximize the ROI from buying new technologies, align technical goals and strategies of cybersecurity and the IT teams with the business goals. We need to minimize the risk and support new technologies and get the required support from the new technologies that will accelerate and achieve allow us to achieve business goals. Before that, we need to, enterprise architecture will help us also to extend the current business capabilities. So in the current state or the baseline state, we will need to measure the current capabilities of the business and what is the desired capabilities needed to be achieved in the future. So it will be very helpful to determine these capabilities. We have many enterprise architecture tools. These architecture tools will help us to build the required inventory of our processes, automate the relationship between internal business silos that will engage in the enterprise architecture journey. Of course, there are open source tools. Before going to a paid tool, you can practice with an open source and a free tool to get the benefit from using these tools. We have set of enterprise architecture questions here. What is the enterprise architecture? It is a practice, and it is a framework and a practice needed to be adopted inside the organization to success the digital transformation journey. How to create an enterprise architecture? You need to follow a framework or a certain framework such as TOGAF or other enterprise architecture framework that suits your business. Why enterprise architecture is very important? To align the security or IT strategies and the goals with the business strategies and goals. What is a business architecture? A business architecture, application architecture, it is the alliance between the business goals and application architecture. So you need to build a map or a matrix between your business and application, and know the impact of each application on your daily business operations and how it impacted your customer experience. Enterprise architecture will help you to answer common business questions such as what is the most important application for the business, and how we can change them or replace the legacy or obsolete application. Do we need really to upgrade current application? Do we need to purchase new licenses for extra users and so on? The benefits of this too is to reduce the cost, minimize the risk, and gain more agility for our support ability to support more business demands. What are our critical technologies and dependencies, and how it affects our daily business operation? How to optimize the business data management. It will also answer the question what are our technology risks, and how and which is technology is more important for us to reduce the risk and reduce the cost, and also give more agility for our business capabilities. Where is our data and how is it being used? It is very important question need to answer. Enterprise architecture will help you to answer such a question. Who are our vendors and how are they managed? If you listed your suppliers and their relationship to your business goals, what they are doing for you, definitely you will answer this important question. You may consolidate and minimize the number of suppliers, and you may build a new relationship with new supplier because you are needed. You will have better alignment with your business strategy. How much are we spending? It is the famous question that business leader need to answer, and they need to put a good budget for the security and technology renovation. But at the end of the day, we need to know the return on investment. We need to improve it. We need to make better ROI on technology investment. Of course, we need to post the digital immunity for our organizations, because we are now more dependent on digital solution. We have breaches, data breaches, and the average cost of each data breach is $3.86 million per data breach, according to Bunnyman Institute. Cyber criminals are now exploiting because of COVID-19 practice. Companies must implement the proper controls on their data and the finances. They need to prevent vulnerabilities. between and this will not be happened without a collaborative work between top management, IT, and cybersecurity experts inside the organization. And of course, all of your staff needed to be engaged and involved in the vulnerability prevention process. You need to implement preventive measures. You need to implement also a cybersecurity awareness program and introduce practical tips for your employees. Our companies need to train our employees to how to report cyber attacks, and if there is a successful attack happened and any data stolen from their laptops, you need to implement virtual private network or any other encrypted secure connection. Multi-factor authentication is very important also. It is an additional layer you need to add to your organization. Digital environment will be more secure after applying true preventive measures, and overall cyber risk will be reduced for your organization. Small companies need to implement more controls and apply what is necessary to secure their data. And of course, their budget are limited, so they need to manage their processes securely and apply what they can to apply to secure their day-to-day operations. There are many questions to all business, and they need to answer these questions now. And of course, they asked themselves, are the preventive capability now are adequate to secure our data processes? Can we rely on our external service provider in cyber pandemic? How to ensure that digital supply chains of our application environment, such as computing capacity, data storage, and platforms are threat resilient. The success or failure during COVID-19 in addressing cyber threats will be answered. Will help answering these questions. We need to ensure that our organization are healthy and sustainable and very secure from cyber attacks. Our recommendations: we need to understand the role of digital in companies and select the right model that will help them to transform operations and place digital at the heart of their business. We need to adopt enterprise architecture framework to accelerate the pace of transformation and guarantee successful digital transformation journey. To boost the digital immunity of the organization, they need to apply enterprise information security architecture. We need to hire technologies that will better engage, that will better enhance our customer experience. Digital solutions will definitely help our business to continue during the spread of coronavirus. Companies who successfully create a culture of digital innovation and delivered good experience to their customer will be prepared and be more flexible after COVID-19. The conclusion today that we have from this presentation, that COVID-19 pushed organizations to widely use digital solutions, and accelerated and put more pressure to accelerate digital transformation plans. We are not only fighting the pandemic, but we have also infodemic to fight. It is a common enemy for all of us. So we need to put good assumptions and scientific assumptions before using big data analytics solution and other digital solutions. Digital transformation, of course, is not a privilege anymore. With the increase of cyber crimes, we need to boost our digital immunity by putting and starting the preventive measures that our organizations need to implement during the pandemic. We need also to be very ready after COVID-19 crisis. What we are going to do? Are we returning back to our traditional business models, or stay on the current stage? In the digital age, enterprise architecture is very important. It is a success factor for your digital transformation journey. It will answer very important business questions, and it will be very required to integrate business silos. For information security, enterprise architecture is very important to align its goals and strategies with business goals and strategies. To implement the enterprise architecture, we need to have leadership skills, top management buy-in decision. Of course, we need to be aligned with business goals and objectives. We need to know the business role of each piece of technology. Enterprise architecture will do that. How all technologies interact with each other, it will be also achieved through the enterprise architecture. There is very important questions we need to ask inside organizations. Is your organization digital plan increase the agility of business? If your digital plan is not increasing the agility, so you need to revise and review your digital plan. Is technology helping your organization to survive in market competition? If not, you need to review your current technologies, and don't buy or acquire any other technology before making sure that it will help your organization to survive during the competition. What is the impact of enterprise architecture on business? It will help them to have a successful digital transformation journey. Is it a project? Enterprise architecture and digital transformation are not projects, but they are journeys. Thank you very much for your time. I will receive now your questions to answer.